Hello everybody and welcome to Totally Maddie. Today it's like this time of year is totally soup time. Totally soup time, especially today that it's going to be raining later on today. So we're going to make broccoli cheese soup, and this is a recipe that whenever I make it, it's like amazing. It's like so good, and I'm going to tell you all the secrets right now. I learned this recipe through a friend of mine and I tweaked it a little bit, so I just really like it. So anyway, so here we go. These are the ingredients that we need. We're going to need onion, like one medium onion chopped. We're gonna need 2 diced potatoes. I use russet potatoes. We are gonna need some garlic. I use 3 cloves of garlic that I just kind of like pass through the garlic thing. We are gonna need 3 stalks of celery, and I left a little bit of the leaves because that's where the flavor is also. I use carrots. You can either shred them. I like to cube them because I like the texture of my soup. We are going to need chicken bouillon or three chicken bouillon cubes. You can use better than bouillon too if that's what you like. We are going to need some butter. We are also going to need the broccoli. You can either use three fresh cups, or I just have the frozen one and that's what we're doing. We are going to need 8 cups of water. My water is kind of hot in here. We also gonna need 1 cup of water and 1 cup of flour to thicken it up at the end. And the secret ingredient that makes this cheese broccoli soup, believe it or not, and trust me on this one, it is cheese, like the natural cheese that you use, that melting cheese. That's why you need one. You need a jar of these. It makes, believe me, trust me, it makes it very cheesy. It makes it very creamy. It is amazing, out of this world. So let's get started. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. I have here a big pot. You want a big pot, and I put a little bit of olive oil. And I like to kind of like saute my vegetables that I'm gonna do. I don't know why. That's something that I have always liked. So I'm gonna put my potatoes in here, and I'm gonna salt them a little bit because potatoes take a lot of the flavor. You don't want to put too much salt because you have the bouillon, and the bouillon is pretty salty. But I do like to salt my potatoes so they don't take all that flavor out. Then I'm going to put the celery in here because I do like to. I told you the leaves are in. A couple of the leaves are in there too to give it some flavor, and I love that. So over here, you're starting to get those ingredients to become alive again. And that's what I like. I like those ingredients to become alive. Let's see if I have more of this olive oil in here. Lighten them up a little bit. And I do that for all my soups. I kind of like stir fry the vegetables a little bit. And it speeds up the process of the cooking the soup. So, to that, I'm also going to add the carrots. So we put the potatoes, the carrots, the celery. And again, you can shred the carrots, and if you shred the carrots, you don't have to put them right away. I like a little more texture on my soup, so I like to put the carrots. Let's put these up. So we're gonna cook this a little bit until it starts starting to get a little bit tender. And then after that, we're gonna add, when that is like halfway through, maybe like 5 minutes, we are gonna add the onions and the garlic, and we'll go to there. Alright, so this has been cooking for about 3 minutes, and I can already tell. I do have to warn you that constant stirring is the best because you don't want this to get stuck at the bottom of the pan. So keep stirring and stirring, and I am going to add the onions because the onions going to give it a little nice flavor to this soup. So I have here, and what I have here is just a Spanish onion. That's what I have. Of course, Spanish onion. Gotta get my little Spanish in there. So I'm going to cook that, and you can start feeling you're waking up all those flavors again. And then we're also going to add that garlic that I crushed garlic, fresh, 3 whole cloves of fresh garlic, and it is amazing. This gives it a great taste. And I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to stir for like maybe a minute. And this is going to make all those flavors wake up, and it's going to give it an enormous, like amazing taste to the broccoli cheese soup. So, and in the original recipe, you can boil everything, but I just think it tastes so much better when you like stir fry everything. So I am going to add right here, because we don't want to burn the onion or the garlic, I'm going to add my broccoli, okay? And again, I'm using frozen. If you have fresh broccoli, that it's amazing too. I have done it both ways. You can also mix broccoli with cauliflower. If that's something that you like, that would just be amazing. So I have done that before. I have mixed broccoli and cauliflower and it tastes amazing. So now we're gonna wait a little bit because the broccoli is frozen. So we're gonna wait a little bit until that all. And don't worry about chopping the broccoli. This soup is, everything's gonna melt. Everything's totally gonna melt, so you're gonna be fine. We have all the ingredients here now, and you can tell that the potatoes are kind of cooked. The carrots are not as crunchy. The onions have gotten their flavor. The garlic, and it smells amazing. The broccoli is pretty much thawed out. So I'm being stirred at the whole time. And the only thing that this has on the bottom is a little bit of olive oil, okay? Now I'm going to add 8 cups of water. My water is kind of hot, so we're gonna be very careful. Ooh. 8 cups of water right here. And then to these, we are going to add the 3 cups of chicken bouillon. Now we're gonna wait until this starts boiling, and this is we're gonna boil these until I'm gonna put the lid on it, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it because we don't want the water to evaporate. But we're gonna boil these until the vegetables, mostly the broccoli, starts coming apart. Okay, it starts melting into the soup. So I'm gonna wait until this boils. Then I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna cook it for probably about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna check it every so often, and then we'll go to there. Okay, so our soup has been cooking for like 10 minutes. And if you wanted to, you can mash it a little bit. If you want to accelerate, you do want to try the potatoes and the carrots just to make sure. I did taste it, and even though I had the chicken bouillons, it needed a little more salt. The potatoes take a lot of your flavor, and I like to put a little bit of like ground pepper, not too much, not too much. I'm gonna see it right now. You see how it is a little bit like that. So you can have this choice. If you like it a little bit, if you like it like this thick, you can. If you want to mash a little bit with the masher, you can. I like to use my little, I think it's called immersion. And make sure that you turn it on when it's in there because it can be a big mess. You can like grind it up a little bit more. I like make it a little chunky, so I'm not gonna do too much. You can also put it on a blender if you want it like a lot smoother. But for me, this will do. Because I don't want it I don't want it to be too creamy. That's just my taste. You can do it however you want to. But I still like the little bit of chunks in it to make it more like a hearty soup. So here we go. To these I'm going to add my butter, which is half a stick. You can put more if you want it creamier. Go ahead and do more if you want to. And now I'm going to, when that melts, which is like it was at room temperature, and I did cut it smaller, so it should melt pretty soon. While that's melting, I am going to mix same amount of water, same amount of flour. All right, so I have here a cup of water, a cup of flour. I'm gonna mix that up. My water was cold. And I'm gonna mix that while the butter is melting. I'm gonna mix this up. And what this does, it makes the mixture a lot creamier, gives that thickness, and believe it or not, because it doesn't really mix together, it kind of makes like little bit of like little pieces of dumpling in there. Like I really like it. Like I'm kind of glad that it doesn't really mixes all the way in there, because I like those little pieces of like little dumplings in there. So okay, all right, so let's mix it up, and you're gonna see immediately that it starts to thicken up. It just flashed me. Okay. So we're gonna start boiling a little bit more. Because now you want to cook the flour. You don't want that flavor of flour in it. So we're going to wait until it cooks a little bit more. I'm going to keep stirring it because the more you stir it, the thicker it gets. And you want, you know, that broccoli cheese soup, you want that thickness of it. So do you see how now the flour has cooked? It has like little pieces of like little, I call them little dumplings. But we only have here broccoli soup. We want broccoli and cheese soup. So here is the secret ingredient. And I'm going to tell you guys, believe me, trust me, like 100%. I have never failed you before. This is what makes it amazing. This cheese. I know some of you are going to be like, are you serious? But no, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. This is what makes it. And if you don't want to use the whole jar, like sometimes I don't use the whole jar. It's just whatever you feel like it. But this is the cheese that makes this cheese broccoli soup amazing. If you want to leave some cheese for the kids to eat with nachos, go for it. But this is the stuff. This is the stuff that makes this soup totally a home run. When this cheese starts melting in there and the soup starts taking that, oh, it's just so good. You're gonna be eating these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because it is that good. There you go. Can you see that? Can you see how the cheese is starting to like just get married with all these other ingredients? Look at that. And it's getting so much thicker now. It's like delicious. And I'm going for it. I'm putting that whole thing because, come on, seriously. Broccoli cheese soup, we need the cheese. And if you want to top it at the end with like some, you know, when you serve it, if you want to top it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese or whatever cheese you would like, it will look so pretty too. But this is how we make, this is how I make my cheese and broccoli or broccoli and cheese soup. And it is delicious. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's like so good. It's like the ones that you buy at the stores and at the restaurants. You see that it didn't cost us that much money to make it here, and you can have it as many times as you want to. I just put it in individual containers and I take it for lunch and I eat it for dinner, and you can serve it with some rolls on the side. You can actually buy those rolls, make a little hole in it and serve it inside, and your kids will think it's amazing. So yeah, try it and let me know. And this is finished. It's done. All we needed to do was to melt the cheese. Look at how delicious it looks. And we are ready to serve. And it is so good, guys. So I'm going to serve just a little bit because I want to taste this with you. And I don't want to burn myself. So this soup is ready. I'm going to turn it off. Let's go and try it. Our soup is ready. It is amazing. Smells like broccoli and cheese. Mami, hice sopa de brócoli con queso. Me quedó riquísima. La voy a probar ahora. Oh, this is good. This is really good. You guys try it. Let me know if you like it. This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And buen provecho. Gracias.